Bismillahir Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. That rod and the staff, they comfort me. That prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Wednesday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Yesterday, I saw a story that broke my heart. And you know that on Johnny's Bite, we have had the opportunity to have gone to Kolebu. Undercover, we had actually paid for people to go through dialysis. And we had shown the receipts on the TV, right? And on radio, that they were charging illegal fees from the 380 to something else. They were charging illegal fees. They denied it. We went and then we proved that actually they were charging extra. Now, what do you do when you are ill and your government and your country decides that they want to press you further down to send you to an early grave? Because the problem is that we are still doing galamsey. So our cocoa sometimes is rejected because the chemicals are getting into it. Cyanide and mercury and all those things are getting into it. Your food. And the doctor at Confanoche had told us that children are being born with defects because of the extent of galamsey. The president said, I'm prepared to put my job on the line. I said before that being prepared to put your job on the line and putting your job on the line are two different things. Galamsey is still happening by big party people, big government people. It's happening. As Professor Krabna from Pomboating, he said it. Galamsey is still happening to the extent that some of them have even booked their slots to go into parliament. The Galamseyers. Oh, the videos are there, you know. Some of them have booked their slots to get into parliament. That's how we have legitimized it. Meanwhile, we have spent a fortune on Galamsey. Operation Galam Stop. Operation Vanguard. Operation Hot 1 and 2. Operation this, operation. We have spent a lot of money. And the president is not even embarrassed, though. Yesterday, I told you about how he said, I will make Accra the cleanest city in the whole of Africa. He said he will do that in 4 years. He took a chieftaincy title. It has been 8 years. He has not been able to achieve that. He's not even embarrassed. He said, I'll put my presidency on the line, Galamsey, to the point where we had a minister, a young man like me, go to Otumfor to tell Otumfor that, do not say this, say that. Otumfor said, a white skin like me, why would I do that? And we have now increased the price of dialysis. When conversations arrive that put that on the NHIS, the National Health Insurance Scheme, we said, no. Let's increase it rather. Let's kill the people further. Why do we do that? Listen to the people who are affected by the increment. And listen to them, the people in that conversation. I'm saying that not everybody who has a kidney issue, right, had lived haphazardly. I know my colleague here, Thomas Khan, he has never drunk, he's never smoked, right? But he has a kidney issue. He has never drunk, he's never smoked, he's been an advocate. And he's always he's always been advocating for the Cape Coast Central, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. He's never drunk, he's never smoked. I know can. So when you slap a bill on people like that, patients like that, who already are grappling with trying to survive in a very tough economy, and then you slap an extra bill on them, what do you want them to do? What do you want the people to do? You say, I came to solve your problems. I came to make you comfortable. I came to make you happy. What do you do? Play the video for me,
President
please.
of the Kidney Patient Association warns that the situation could lead to an increase in the mortality rate of kidney patients.
If you don't take care, the mortality rate will go up again. Already, we are supposed to do 3 sessions a week. And because of money, we are managing with the 2. The 2 is not even adequate. But what can we do? We just have to manage with it. Please revisit the issue, look at it, and then let's do something about it.
Kojo Bafo urged authorities to cover the cost of dialysis treatment.
They can take a bold decision and say, dialysis. Government has taken it up. They can take that decision. If they were able to do the free SHS and it's running now, even though they are 1 or 2 things, we can do the same thing to dialysis. We will be having 1 or 2 issues, but along the line, we can streamline them. So that's
too much. They should rather reduce the 380. If you don't pay, you come and lie on the machine.
Okay.
So you have to squeeze everything to get the 491. So we are appealing to them to reduce it. It's too much.
Now, I didn't have money, so I can't stay outside for them. I don't have any money to increase it. That 490, I don't have it. So I'll stay here to watch them. If I get a chance, if I tell them they should let me do that, they will not, I will go home. And what happened, it will happen.
If you take more than this, the water will clench in your lungs. You can't breathe, you can't sleep, you can't do anything. There's a lot of pain till you get machine for dialysis. And here is the case, they have increased the price. So now you're afraid to even drink water or eat because you don't know when you are going to get money and then come and do the dialysis.
From here to my house, it's just Thursday, dialysis. I think that's what will be going through my mind. It's all about money, 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 money. Anytime I wake up, money. I sleep, money. Anything I do, money.
These are Ghanaians who are complaining from 380 to 491. And the question they keep asking themselves is that, does our government care for us? Do they care about us? Do they value us as much as they make us think that they value us? It's a very serious matter. And I've decided to put together different age sets. I put together a septuagenarian. I put together the president. Then you have 2 other young people. So now the question on my mind this morning, and which will engage all of our minds, is what do they do? You heard the gentleman. He says it even gets to the point where they're scared to eat or drink because it settles in you and there's nothing you can do about it. And I can tell you, I know kidney patients who don't drink, they don't smoke. They live their lives like sixtus. They do nothing. Pious. Yet, they have that condition. So what do you do? What do you do? There's a whole advisor to the president on everything health who has been at the helm of affairs of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Nse Asare, who whispers to the president and he listens. Doc, will you save them? Bernard Okoboy, aspiring MP for Lejokuku, former NHIS boss. I know you have had these conversations many, many times. Former board chair of Kolebu, now Minister Designate for Health. Manche, good morning to you. Should we bring in Kweku Agyeman Menu, former MP for Doma Central? Should we bring him in as well and say good morning to him? There are people who are suffering naturally. And the suffering they are going through is not because they orchestrated it. It's because it has happened. And I'm saying that at this morning, I'm pointing to Galamsey. Children are born with all manner of defects because we have decided that we will look on and make wealthy a few people for children to go through the mess. We have to come back and sort this dialysis matter out ASAP. ASAP. Take me to the nursing training lady, please.
This Thursday, the controller is transferring 177 million Ghana cedis to the Ministry of Health to pay the nursing training allowances. So I have also alerted Dr. Okoboy to be on standby. When the money hits the Ministry of Health account, they should move it quickly to the accounts of the nursing trainees so that they will have their alawa. It will drop.
He spoke on financial clearance for unemployed nurses and other initiatives like vehicle waiver for workers.
Car import duty waivers that nurses and midwives used to enjoy. Unfortunately, as you said, it was abused. That was the reason I understand that it was cancelled. But I believe that we are in a new era where we can stop abuse because we can track everybody. This Thursday, the controller is transferring 177 million.
That was the response from Dr. Baumia, and I'll play the young lady's video to you. She's been in school for 3 years, gotten no allowance. So I asked Dr. Baumia this question this morning. You remember in 2016, Dr. Baumia says teacher trainees are suffering. Nursing trainees are suffering. For 3 years, there are teachers who have never gotten the allowance. For 3 years, there are nurses who have never gotten the allowance. So, Doc, I ask you, have you kept your promise? Because it was a big campaign issue for you. You said that your predecessor was not doing enough. Play the video for me, please.
A new era where we
think in terms of possibilities. When my opponent was in government, he abolished the nursing training allowances. And we said we will restore the nursing training allowances. And we have restored the nursing training allowances. Can you trust my opponent with nursing training allowances? You cannot.
Ubodi, now about school. Then you ask your question. Then we go 4 questions, and His Excellency is ready to answer all your questions.
My name is Abdulalim Jaria, a nursing student from Techima Nkobo NMTC. The question I want to ask is, when are we getting Alawa? Since I started my school, since first year, I've not gotten Alawa until now, and I'm in my last semester now. And some of us are not being able to pay our school fees. Next week like this, we'll be writing our exams. Those who who will not be able to pay their fees will be sacked. They wouldn't be allowed to write exams. So if the Alawa were given to us, they would have been able to pay their fees. So my question is, when are we getting Alawa?
Thank you.
So this must have been very embarrassing for the vice president, because he was taking a jab at somebody, and the young lady came and says, boss, I've been in school for 3 years. You don't give me alawa before. So how do you say you have restored? If you have restored the alawa, so now we are learning that money will be released. And it goes back to the question I asked about 6 months ago. I say, who writes the speeches for our bosses? Who actually speaks into their ears? Who advises them? Because now the president is suddenly becoming like the vice president without a script. Big disaster. That you come and say, oh, my opponent, can you trust my opponent? He abolished, blah, 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 blah. Then now somebody comes there and says, this is my name. This is my school. I'm in my last semester. You have not given me alawa before. I think that we deserve an apology. Really, we deserve an apology. That, look, you said that you do A, you have not done A, and it is business as usual. We deserve an apology. We do. And I'll leave it here. For those who have ears to hear, let them hear. That the young lady says, I have been in school for 3 years. I'm in my last semester. On the platform that you were bragging, he said, boss, you know, give me, when am I getting the alawa? Now you have come back to say, oh, you release money by Thursday. That's fine. But did you not have the update? And you want Ghanaians to trust you. Ghanaians will be asking critical questions. I've always said to the political class that the electorates are becoming much more sophisticated. You cannot eat your cake and have it all. They are becoming much more sophisticated. You cannot eat your cake and have it. They will ask you questions. And like the lady asked the question, in the past, people couldn't ask such questions. Today, they are asking those questions. I have not gotten my alawa. Where is my alawa? Because you were taking a jab at somebody. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Call me on